Hey everybody, it is Professor Parish, and we are on week 7 for English 123. So we are getting down to the wire in this class. And so all I'm going to do for this week's video is just kind of go over basically what we're doing for week 7, because by this point it should be kind of old hat, the formula that we have for this class. Scrolling down here to week 7, both assignments are due by Sunday, April 25th. There is no discussion forum for this week. So the only two assignments are your reading response, the last reading response of the class, the last reading response, number 5, and then your topic and outline for paper 4. Now paper 4, we are concluding with poetry. So just like paper 2, this is a poetry paper as well. And your outline will basically be like what you did for paper 2. So just explaining to me what your topic is, what are you going to write about, and then kind of maybe explain the analysis of how you constructed your poem, things like that. So if you need to go back and check out your outline for paper 2, I would do that. But you can look at the guidelines in our resources, and then this is due, the topic and outline is going to be due by Sunday. So I pulled up your reading response number 5. Very similar to the last reading response, you're just doing it for poetry this time. Basically, at this point in the class, I just want you to look at 2 poems you haven't looked at before. So you get free reign. You can choose whichever poems you want. And then your response should be 1 to 2 pages double spaced. You should have a brief introduction and conclusion. And then describe the 2 poems. Why did you pick them? What is the theme of each poem? Do the 2 poems have similarities or differences? You explain your answer there. And then which poem do you think was constructed better overall? What would you improve on the other poem to make it as good as the one that you said was better? So it's a lot of your opinions on these poems. I'm really excited to see what you pick because there's a lot of poems in this book, and so there's a lot of different directions and ways that you could take it. So I'm curious to know what you're going to pick as far as strategies for this last reading response. But that's pretty much it. And then you just, if you need to cite anything, actually on a separate page, you are going to cite the 2 poems in MLA format. And so make sure to do that. But otherwise, it's a pretty cut and dry assignments for this week. You can notice that week 8 is already open. There are 3 assignments for week 8, and I'll talk about them more next week. But you do have a discussion forum next week, paper 4, which is your poetry paper, which is due by May 2nd of next week. And then the outline and final project. I would go ahead and start on this. You only have 2 assignments this week, which is pretty basic. So I would go ahead and start on thinking about your final project if you haven't already, and putting that in there and kind of examining, like, it is going to be a little longer than your other assignments. So make sure that you check that final project out to kind of get an idea of what you're going to do for it. But yes, if you have any questions about this class or about any of the assignments due, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll be happy to help you with those. So I hope you have a good week. Stay safe, take care, and I'll be back next week with more information on English 123.